All right, everybody, welcome back to the Sideshow. My name is Mingo.
This is Tony.
My name's Sebastian.
And I'm sure that you've noticed that, we weren't here last week. We were out celebrating Tony's 50th birthday. I was. Sebastian didn't show up. He was up in the Hatchapee.
Yep.
And I had people say, "Where's Seabass? Where's Seabass? We want to meet Seabass."
Yeah, I was just a side note, dude.
Nah, dog, it was like Batman without Robin. Everybody was looking for Robin.
Right? It was funny, dude. It made me feel like I was back in my radio days when I got there, and I showed up. So it was a surprise party. He didn't know about it, and everybody was there.
You know what's funny is one time I fucked up talking about a party. Didn't even mean to.
I was there like 5 minutes before he got there, and I didn't know how it was going to work out, but I showed up 5 minutes before he got there for the surprise part. So when I got there, I walked up, and a friend of mine, Martha, from school, recognized me. "Oh, hey, how are you? Blah, blah. Oh, yeah, I'm good." She said, "Oh, you don't have any balloons? Let me find you some balloons." I said, "I'm good." And then somebody said, "Wait, that's Mingo. Where Mingo at? Who's Mingo?" And the next thing I know is...
You act like you don't have a distinctive, loud, booming voice.
To me, I don't. I hear it every day. You know what I mean? So I don't.
Yeah, well,
I don't get that.
I do too.
Yeah. So then Robert and then Lou, and then Steve came over, and then ended up hanging out with Ivan a little bit later that night. But it was just real funny. And hey, how's it going? Hey, where's Sebastian? And, dude, you just said hi. You're already asking for somebody else? Nah, it was good though. They were playing you lots of compliments. You should have been there. It would have been really nice for you to kind of see what.
I know the one weekend my fucking friends want to get together.
Yeah, so why weren't you there?
So a couple of weeks ago, one of my friends and a couple of his family members had come up to the house and surprised me. Didn't know they were coming, obviously. But he had just come back from being out at sea for the Navy. So he was back in town, and he was off for the next 3 weeks. So, they made a plan to go up to his house for the weekend.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, we went up there.
Is it over there by your mom's house?
Yeah.
Because when your dad said that you were up in Tehachapi, I was like, oh, snap, he went to go visit his mom? Good for him.
And I was like, hell nah.
No.
He ain't going over there. I'm just kidding.
No, that wasn't the plan. I didn't even stay at their house because the plan wasn't to go over there for a majority of the time. It was, hey, I'll come over and say hi.
But he got bamboozled and guilt-tripped, right?
Not less guilt-tripped, and I mentioned in passing that I was going to be up there that weekend to my grandma. And she said, oh, that's perfect.
Yeah,
We're going up there this weekend.
You got to go. Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
So before I got plastered, Saturday I went to go see them at their house and hung out there for a couple hours.
So when you say plastered, were you as drunk, less drunk, or more drunk than your 21st birthday?
I was less drunk, but I was just as loud. Because I distinctively remember being pretty loud and abrasive.
There?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As I was at the casino. But yeah.
How long has your buddy been in the Navy?
Fuck, 2.5 years?
So
like that?
is he 21 now like you?
He's been 21, yeah.
Did he get to celebrate? He had to celebrate it while he was out to sea?
I think so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
With a bunch of dudes.
Yeah. Oh, no, he...
Oh yeah, that's right. He went to the Hoover House.
Yeah, he went. It wasn't even a whorehouse. It was a Singapore bar that he went to.
Oh wow,
dude, it's a brothel
where a bunch of Singapore girls. Okay, you buy drink. So he buys them.
Hey, big boy,
drinks.
you looking for a girlfriend tonight?
And she gave him a fucking hand.
Wow.
He said it was the worst experience of his life, and that's what he spent the rest of his money on. So,
Wow.
You're welcome, Jeremiah.
Was it like she was trying to start a lawnmower?
Yeah, right.
I wasn't there. I didn't want to know. I just wanted to know the story about why he was so depressed. When
She
he
said,
came
"You
back.
know, too buku."
Wow. So yeah, that's what we did that weekend.
So how many days were you up there for?
3.
Damn.
I was there
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You all right with that?
Yeah, big boy, dude.
I'm just saying, you
What do
probably
you
got
mean you
lonely.
all right with that? Oh,
I'm good.
You make it back in time for Walking Dead?
That doesn't
back
start till
yet.
next week.
Oh.
Got the TV fixed just in time for that shit, though.
Oh, you got it fixed?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Woo. Yeah, right?
Yeah.
It only took like fucking 15 calls and 3 head honchos at LG to get it fixed, but
Did they show up on time?
yeah, that motherfucker was here at 9 o'clock.
Did he actually do an appointment prior to yours, like they said?
He called me that Monday before your birthday. He called me that Monday and said, we'll do it Thursday. I'll be there at 9. I'm going to go do the one in Indio, and then I'll come do you at 9. Okay. I looked at my clock. It said 9 o'clock, and I was like, ooh, and all of a sudden this little van pulled up, and I was like, all right, cool, we good.
How many guys?
Just one guy. We had to help him bring the screen in, the new screen.
well then I had to help that motherfucker with everything else. It's like, who's fixing? Where's my paycheck for fixing the TV? God damn it!
Yeah, right?
I
Shit.
gotta haul parts of the TV with this fucking guy.
So did they literally take the whole TV apart?
Yeah. What's dude, it's from the back panel forward, it's all a brand new TV.
That's what he did. Is he brought the front panel where the screen is at. It was basically missing that back panel. He moved a bunch of the parts over to make the TV work, and then put the back panel on.
So, frame and everything?
Yeah.
Wow, then that must have been an easy, quick job.
Oh, was it 20 minutes, 30 minutes?
Yeah, probably about a half hour to 40 minutes.
It probably would have been faster if it was a smaller
Did
TV.
they say, like it's something that happens all the time?
Yeah, they go out. Like my brother has a TV that he's had. It's not the same brand, but he's had the same. He had lines go out, and he actually bought the panel because it was after the service had gone out,
Right.
and bought the panel and replaced it himself. So it's not. I mean, it's not like it's that hard, but. And now he's got to stripe down it again. So he's like, I'm just gonna wait and buy a new TV now. So. Like, shit, you should have bought it at the same time I did, dude. TV, that price was good. So the guys were asking me about that shit too that night. Hey, did you ever get your TV fixed?
Is that right?
Yeah. I said, yes, sir. Yesterday at 9 o'clock.
So before we get into the party, I gotta ask: did you tip the guy for fixing your TV?
No, I wasn't here.
I didn't fucking tip him. I had to help him. What the fuck?
Yeah. That was a tip already. He should have been tipping me for helping him. Kick me back a 20 or something.
I had to have a warranty guy
Oh God.
last week for work, something for one of my customers.
Yeah.
I installed something and something went wrong with it. Like I installed it maybe a year ago, not even a year ago. High ticket item. So something was going on, and I thought it was something that would be under the warranty.
Right.
So I called him out, and he had done some work for me on other places under warranty as well, because he's a warranty rep for this manufacturer. And he replaced the part, and the problem was still there. So it's one of those things that he didn't diagnose it. He just went by what I said.
Okay.
Because we've worked together. So he was just like, okay, you saying this is part? And I was like, yeah. He swapped it out, and it wasn't that part. So it's gonna have to be something else in another area. So I was like, damn, because they have to account for
All the parts.
Yeah. So I said, hey man, you have to bill me for it, because obviously if it's not a warranty issue, you have to write it up. I said, feel free to just bill me. I'll pay it out of pocket, no big deal. So he said, oh, don't worry about it. I'll mess with the paperwork and just write it off. It's cool. I was like, oh, wow, thanks, man. So, I slipped him a 20. And as I slipped him the 20, I said, hey, do me a favor, man. Don't tell Mingo.
What I want to know is, when you did that, did you use one of them envelopes I got you for tipping for your birthday?
Believe you me, I'm going to use those envelopes, kid.
I'm not kidding. We sat on the couch for 20 fucking minutes. Like, what has he talked about that we can fucking get him?
Yeah, because I told him, I said, that's why I made him open up the gifts in front of all the guys that listen to the show. Because I was like, well, fuck, dude, I know that we've been friends for a really long time, but there was a large gap between now and then. And I said, so all I have is this last month and a half, 2 months that we've been hanging out doing this. I said, so go ahead. He starts pulling shit out. I was like, those are envelopes for tips. Thought I'd kick you off early this year.
That wasn't bad. That wasn't a bad idea.
Right? It was good. Do you use the other stuff I got you yet?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Because I groomed earlier in the week. So
there was a point at which Tony was talking about. I don't know if we ever talked about it on the air, but he had been talking about hair that grows in places that didn't used to grow before.
did we go into detail about that yet?
We might have.
I don't think we did.
Dude, growing out of my ears, like out of the tops of the ears,
Oh.
the back.
I vividly remember.
You're one of those. You have it growing on the.
Oh my god!
Wow.
And if I don't keep an eye on it, look like crabgrass growing on them. And it's not coming out of like where the eardrum is. It's like the back, the top, dude.
Dude, you're gonna
incredible.
have to be careful with that as you get older because you're gonna be one of them cats that got them fucking eyebrows that are just
No.
like Eugene Levy and shit. You know what I mean?
But dude, my daughter for I think it was Christmas, one of her aunts gave her this waxing kit. Dude, you should see me because because I could pluck them,
Right.
but then
It takes too long.
it's not that it takes too long. It's just that you can pluck the ones that are here and there, but when they start to when it becomes a bush,
Yeah.
yo.
And you wax your ear?
Well, what I was doing at first was I was using that Nair, that lotion.
Now Nair used to be like they had commercials back in the 70s where it was just the legs.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that?
Yeah.
Who wants short
Who
shorts?
wears short shorts?
Yeah.
Yeah. and there's Nair for men now.
Really?
Yeah. I don't think it's a difference. I just think it's the packaging.
Yeah.
And it comes like in a lotion bottle. Dude. I'll put it all, I'll take a lot and just cover my ear in it. And I showed it to my uncle once, and he told me it looked like somebody shot a load in my ear. But dude, it works. Dude, it's incredible how it works.
Does it get hot though?
No, but it starts to burn. Not like heat, but it does. When it starts to burn, that's when you wipe it off. Dude, and I'll make it a point to wipe it off with some Kleenex.
Yeah.
And look at it. And dude, it's a trip how much hair is on there.
Why don't you just use Gorilla Tape?
Wow.
Well,
That's the problem. He won't be able to pull it back off.
Right.
Where's the other thing? I put Nair on Q-tips.
Oh, Jesus.
And you go in your ear with it?
No,
or
I
just
go on my nose.
Oh no. Oh god damn. Tony.
Yeah, kid. Look
No.
how clean I am.
He goes, look.
So I'll I won't go all the way in,
Right?
but I'll just do
Just like the rim.
circle.
You do a
Yeah,
rim
yeah.
job.
Just
On your nose.
So I'll breathe, I'll leave it in there for a couple of minutes and breathe through my mouth, and then when I'm ready, I take a clean Q-tip and clean it out. And dude, the amount of hair that's on that thing is incredible.
Wow. I get the ones inside the ear, on this little nub right here. And they grow dark and thick. They look like fucking cockroach antlers hanging on my ear, dude. Fucking, they gross me out. And I forget every once in a while, and then oh shit, oh fuck, and I'm sitting there trying to grab them with my fingers, and they're too small to my fat fingers. And then I get one in my eyebrows that's real thin, right? And it's white. It's almost translucent. And I could feel it when the wind blows, it'll rub on and I'm fucking doing this shit all day, rubbing my forehead, the fuck? And then I got to try to find it. Well, when I didn't wear glasses, it was a lot easier because you could just kind of, you know what I mean, and look in the mirror and find it. Fuck, I can't cross my eyes with the glasses and trying to fucking, it's too much.
Well, did I tell you a story about when I had the long eyebrow hair? I was working one day and I worked with a baseball cap. So one day there was a thread coming down the bill in front of my eye.
Right.
So I'm grabbing my bill, trying to reach for the thread. And I wasn't getting it, and the thread was still in my eye. So I removed my hat to look at it, and the thread was still in front of my eye. So I'm looking in the mirror, and yeah, just like you said, it's translucent, it's real thin. And I grab it, and I tug on it, and all of a sudden my eyebrow starts moving forward, back and forth with me tugging on it.
Then you're like, oh, hell no. I get one that grows out of my nose like that. and it's translucent, so you can't fucking see it. And then I sit there and I look like I'm fucking tweaked out all day because I'm sitting there because it keeps moving around and touching my nose, so I'm rubbing my nose all day, looking like a tweaker. And again, now with glasses, it's really hard to kind of find it and get it. Fucking sucks getting older.
Well, the problem with the Nair is on my ears. It burns, it pretty much burns it at the surface and burns it off, all the hair.
Right.
Which is cool. But the problem is, like, within 2 days, you got some growth coming back.
Really?
Yeah, so...
Aren't you afraid that you're going to, like, forget and go, like, push on it and it's going to touch your head and you're going to have, like, bald spot?
Nah,
No?
I'm not worried about that.
Okay.
So, like I said, my daughter got this waxing kit, which is cool. Put it in the microwave. It's got a little special rubber... Almost looks like a coffee cup without a handle.
You don't move your hand like that. Jesus Christ!
You could have said nothing and nobody would have known.
And so you put it in. You put it on your ear. Wait about a couple of minutes, let it harden, and then when you rip it off, it hurts. But a couple of weeks at least, you don't get no growth.
Wow.
It hurts, but the results are fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah. Do you ever get hair on your knuckles, like right here on your hands?
I've always had hair on my knuckles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Mine grow, though. They're fucking long, dude. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah, somebody made fun of them one time, and fuck. I went home and shaved them. Been shaving them ever since. Then I'll forget every once in a while, and they grow a little bit, but they used to be, like, long.
Really?
Yeah, really weird. No.
Yeah, I've never had that problem.
Toes? Your toe hair?
I've got just like my knuckles.
Yeah?
But I've always had them.
You?
Yeah, both. Knuckles are real light, but you can see them. But my arms are fucked with hair, though. Because I had the cast.
Yeah?
This shit on the outside's darker, but all this shit on the inside is light. And
Yeah, but-
thin.
So you got hair in your arms right now?
Yeah.
Because I can't even see them.
He took after my dad because my dad didn't really have arm hair, armpit hair, chest hair, nothing. Like I take over the white side of my family.
Lucky.
On
Yeah.
the tops, it's real thin, but because I had casts, and they've never.
But I did too.
Well, hold on,
I
what do
broke
you
both
mean
my
casts?
wrists.
Huh?
You said cast,
Yeah, for
plural.
like broken arms.
You've broken both your arms?
Yeah.
Just like me.
You ain't gonna tell us why, how, or is that all right?
I'll tell you the first one.
Can I tell him the second one?
No. I'll say the second one. So the first one, had to have been 11 or 12. We were still in that old house.
Yeah.
We were having a Nerf war outside. My stepdad's got a lifted Ford truck or some shit like that. So I climbed in the back, realized I was out of Nerf rounds, had to jump out of the back, so I jumped out of the back and landed, and only my left one broke. But it broke, and, like, I don't know how to explain
Would
it.
you land, like, in push-up position?
Yeah, basically. So I landed, and the front of my arm, like, at my wrist, went under this backside.
Yeah,
and
it shifted and moved back.
so my arm got shorter. So I remember when it happened, I gripped my arm behind where it broke, and I'm running towards the house, flapping my arm. So my mom comes in, "Why the fuck are you flap? Why does your arm look like that?" I was like, "I broke it. We need to go to the hospital." Clearly, I'm crying, but I'm not going to do that. I'm like, "It's broken. We need to go." "It's not broken. You're overreacting." And she didn't want to take me to the hospital. I was like, "Take me to the hospital." Fine. So I'm sitting in the car in fucking ice, and it fucking hurts. The second time I tried to dunk a basketball. So where my dad used to live up north, they had there was a park that had two different sets of basketball hoops. One was like regulation size, and one was shorter.
Right.
I was like, I could probably dunk on that shorter one. I was wrong. I went and jumped, and I threw the ball up. I got it. I threw the ball up and grabbed the rim. But I've never dunked in my life, so grabbing the rim scared the shit out of me. So I swung, and my brain said, now's a good time to let go when I'm parallel with the ground. So, like, my back is parallel with the ground. And I let go and fall. And in an effort to not break my back, because that's where I'm going to fall on, I turn and land on my right arm and broke it. But it broke and stayed in place, so it was kind of easy for it to heal. Did I have a cast for that one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Remember we came down here and your mom flipped her lid because
I
hadn't taken you to go get a cast on it yet?
Yeah.
It was just in a...
I didn't even have the cast on it for that long, and it wasn't one like this. It was just one right here, and then they gave me that brace.
They gave you the brace first. I think is what it was, and then we went back and had a cast put on it.
Yeah. So
don't come down on your mom too hard for that one, because Thanksgiving we go to a park with my wife's side of the family, and we used to play dodgeball. We haven't done it in the last couple of years. And I think it was my son. It's like he got like the ball hit him in his hand, like his fingers, and
that shit's the worst.
And he was like, it hurts. And honestly, my wife was like, maybe we should take him to the urgent care. I was like, nah, he'll be all right. Next day, he was like, it still hurts. So we went, and sure enough, he broke his finger.
Yep.
Did you feel like a dick?
Yeah, I did.
I felt like a dick when he fell because I was laughing because he jumped and he grabbed the fucking rim and I was like, all right, cool. And I just saw his body continue to move forward. His feet started going forward. And I'm like, this is not going to fucking end good. And sure as shit, dude, as soon as his body was flat, he let go. And I'm like, no. It was bad, dude. It was bad. That park was a tough park, though. We almost got in a fight at that park.
Yeah, tell that story. That's a real family-friendly story.
So we were there. They were playing basketball, and it was me and the two boys, and we were playing on the tall side because Milo was still pretty good at throwing the basketball at that young age. But there was a African-American couple sitting there, a couple black kids sitting there, and this dude was sitting on the bench, and the girl was straddling him. And he had both his hands down the back of her pants doing shit to her, right? And I'm like, you're at a motherfucking park. Have some motherfucking sense. So I took the kids and said, hey, let's go play over there. Because Milo was like, can I smell his fingers, Dad?
Did you say the part about the Indian family there?
No, we hadn't gotten it. So we went over to the small side. Well, this Indian dude and his not feather, the dude came to play basketball with this kid. And he was throwing the ball, but the fucking thing was so low that he couldn't, or so high he couldn't make it, right?
So he's got to run down to where those people are doing that shit. Right.
And his kid standing there watching, I finally fucking stood up there, went over there and said, hey, dude, you fucking go somewhere with that bullshit. I said, sitting here with your hands down your pants. What about you? Why don't you have a little sense and have a little common decency for you, so a little self-respect, and have somebody treat you like that in an open public? He said, yeah, it's a public park. Yeah, jackass, for people to come and enjoy, for the public to come and enjoy without seeing you have your thumb up her ass. He said, why are you acting like my dad? You better be glad I'm not your dad. I'll whoop your ass right here, right now. Oh, yeah? Yeah. And he said, oh, so what you going to do? I said, watch. Oh, so you going to rat me out?
Did you grab your phone?
Yeah, I grabbed my phone. All right, motherfucker, I'll call the cops right now and have them come get you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at that point, I was like, okay, you're at a point. You're either going to fucking fight, or he's going to walk away, or you're going to have to call the cops. Probably not a good idea to fight with your kids there, because they're going to tell their mom, you should have seen Dad. You know what I mean? And it'd have been all bad. But anyways, he sat there. They sat there for a couple more minutes. I said, so you going to fucking leave or what? And a couple minutes later, they got up and left. They went across the park, and like they lived like right across the street from the park, but we were on the back end of it. So it's like you drive into the park this way, and you got to drive back out that same way. There's no exit where we were sitting. So when they left, I was like, hey, we should probably leave. I don't know if he's going to fucking call some other friends or what he's going to do. So we should probably get the fuck out of here. But yeah, dude, I mean, he was sitting there like totally like just doing nasty shit to her, bro.
But you couldn't approach him in a different manner?
No, I would not. What the fuck?
What
What
for?
for?
No other way to approach that.
Hey, buddy, we got kids here. You think he's, back off on that? Maybe.
Yeah, no, he should have had enough fucking sense to do that shit himself.
Yeah, he should have.
He wasn't a kid.
But you could get a lot further with sugar than you can with salt.
Yeah, but you know what? It was obvious that he didn't get an ass whooping for dumb shit when he was a kid, so maybe he needed one as an adult, and I was prepared to perform that for him.
You
How about that?
Get your ass whooped.
No, he wouldn't. I remember what that guy looked like. He wouldn't have.
Yeah, dude. You know what? I tried to sit there calm and quiet and not get involved, but
See, but when you were calm and quiet,
Hold on. I'm gonna give him a refresher. The Indian guy talked to that dude before my dad did. What the fuck are you doing at this park? This is disgusting.
you
Go.
see another one.
what?
Can't you just say, "Yo, buddy"?
You gotta think. You gotta think about where he's from, though.
Yo,
Yeah.
buddy.
Women are covered from head to toe. You can barely see their eyes.
Yeah,
So for this woman to have her ass out and this dude be fiddling her doodah, like,
What do you mean covered in head to toe?
the dude was.
dot not feather Indian.
Right. So you're talking about his old lady?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. That
Okay.
women are supposed to be covered and blah blah blah. So for her to be out there,
With her
Getting-
ass
But
out.
again, it's hey.
well, but come on, Tony.
I get it.
Hold on, wait, though, because I don't think you're. If you were at a park and your kids were still young,
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm
these
11
guys,
or 12 at this point.
yeah, and you're talking about a 3-4-year-old kid playing with his dad out there.
Right?
Are you telling me that you would? Hey guys,
No, not like
I'm
that.
so sorry to interrupt.
But similarly, it's not, hey, motherfucker, hey, man, hey, chill out. Hey, wait, okay, you got problems? All right, hey, maybe, I'm sorry, sir. You're probably right. I'll stop.
that should have been his response as soon as hey.
Maybe had you approached him differently, it would have been.
Fuck the dumb shit. He shouldn't have been doing that to begin with.
He should have seen kids.
You ain't never done that at a park? Even with
Not
people
during
around?
the day. Not during the daytime.
And I would hope not with children around.
They weren't mine. Didn't care.
You see
I'm just
what I'm
kidding.
saying?
I'm just kidding.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know where you're coming from, and I get it. But,
This is the
but
wrong
that
time to
should
play
have been
devil's
the
advocate.
third approach.
What?
That should have been the second or third approach. The first one, man to man, hey,
Hey, the first
yo,
approach
I got
was
kids here.
no. The
Approach was
first
taken care of by somebody else.
the first approach was when I walked in that bitch and he saw me there with my kids. He should have had enough sense to say, you know what, fucking kids are here, man. Let's go.
And
Right?
you should have had enough sense to say, hey, man, there's kids here. You should
And
go.
I did.
No.
Yes,
you
I
said,
did.
what the fuck you thinking?
Yeah.
Hey, man, come on.
Yeah.
Was he younger than you?
Yeah.
Because you know they got attitude.
That's why you got to come at him like that. Not hey.
I'm
Hey,
not-
I know
you see-
you're
Okay.
like totally
Well,
ready.
I'm not saying to start at a 1, but I'm also saying you shouldn't come out at it with a 10.
He lucky.
Yo,
he
4 or
lucky.
5.
He lucky. My jeans was loose. I would have just taken my fucking belt off and walked over there, and whooped them both, spanked them like they needed to be. Come on now, sitting in the park doing that shit during the daytime when kids are out there trying to play. Come on.
Yes, you're right. He shouldn't have been.
Leave it at that. You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, you know what? There's 1,000 different ways to handle that situation. That's just the way I chose to do it
Going up
that
to
day.
a complete stranger, acting all hard.
Have,
Don't nod your head at
I
me.
don't think you understand.
have you ever lived in Oakland or been anywhere near Oakland?
No, but I
Well,
have
then-
partied in dream homes.
Wow.
Yeah, no. You know, it's funny that you say that because, you know, people out here, oh, I'm hood. I'm from the woo woo. No, you ain't. Man, I tell you what, when I first started, I had to go knock on doors doing collections, right? And my boss was like, hey, take him with you and let him see, you know, where you're going and blah, blah. All right, cool. So I was going with this little Filipino kid. And thick Filipino accent, like no fucking street smarts, no like common sense, was like half mass, you know what I mean? Because he didn't grow up that way, you know what I mean? And so we turned down this street, and it was kind of like dream homes. There's one way in, one way out, and it's a big loop, right? So we go in. He says, yeah, so we're going to go, and we're going to come here, and then we got to go all the way back around to get out. I said, okay. I said, so is this the only house that we got to go to? Yeah. I said, so when we go in, instead of going in and stopping there first and making the big loop to get out, go the other way. He said, why? I said, that way if you got to get the fuck out, you can get the fuck out. What's wrong with you? Right? Like, that makes sense. Like, that's not shit you got to tell nobody, right?
Right.
And so we're driving down the street, dude, and this little girl comes out of nowhere, like, super skinny. Like, she looked like Felicia on fucking Friday, dog. And she, hey, baby, how you doing? You looking for a girlfriend? And he was like, come on, man, you can take her in the back of the truck. I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you, dude? Like, yeah, no, I'm good, man. Like, it was culture shock for me. I mean, you know, we grew up in the hood. I mean, it is what it is, right? Like, but, and man, the hustle out there is totally different than it is here, bro. Like, everybody got to hustle.
Right.
It's a different place, dude. It really is a different place. But I'll tell you what, I would do that job all day long in Oakland, going knocking on doors till 9 o'clock at night. But I wouldn't come back here and do it in any of these Chicano neighborhoods.
Why is that?
Because it's different. Because motherfuckers in SoCal don't fuck around, dog. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and it's different. Like, there I could knock on a door, and I could play soft, I could play hard, I could read it and make it happen. You know what I mean? Like, but here it's different. I think it's almost like a disrespectful tone for me to go and knock on a door and be like, hey man, you know what I mean? Even if I'm trying to be nice, it could go sideways a lot faster than it could there. I never had any problems when I was there, dude. Well, I mean a few, but nothing too crazy.
Wow. You think it's that rough out here?
I think so. From what I remember, yeah. You know what I mean?
Oh. Huh.
I don't know. And then people would knock, like, these dudes would come and knock on a door and stand right in front of it. I said, what are you doing? The fuck on the other side of the door? He said, why? I said, because you don't know who he's waiting for, dog. Like, you know what I mean? They'll put one through the door, or kick the door open, knock you out, and now it's just me.
When I was in my late teens, I went to a party in the North End. And, we were partying, and somebody had, I don't know if it was somebody I was with. I just remember somebody approaching me saying that I was pretty brave. And I thought they were saying I was pretty brave for being at a party in the North End.
Right.
And I was like, brave about what? And they said, you standing right in front of the front window. I said, and? They said, somebody drove by and started shooting. You catch the bullet sitting in front of a window. And I turned around. Sure enough, there was a window right behind me. And I'm the only one standing in front of it.
Right.
So I took a couple steps to the side and continued my partying.
Shit. Yeah, it's those things that, like, if you're not in it or you never been around it, you don't think about it. You know what I mean? But you got to sit, like, we were rolling up to a house one day. And it was early, dude. It was like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it was like 4 or 5 guys. There was like 4 guns on the hood. And they were all sitting there drinking. They were playing craps on the side of the street, off the sidewalk. And he was all like, oh, we got to go to this house down there. I said, fuck no, don't stop. I said, what do you mean? Why not? I said, well, there's 4 guns sitting on that hood. You got a gun with you? No. What do we need a gun for? I said, because as soon as we knock on her door, and we got to knock hard, and out there, no matter, this is like on fucking Friday, they knock on the door and clack, 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 clack. And those fucking security, I don't give a, look, you can get as fucking mad as you want, but the security door in the fucking hood, no matter how hard or how nice you try to knock on it sounds like the fucking police is at your door. Give a fuck who you are. And I knocked on the door. And I told him, I said, no way, dude. We knock on that fucking door, and they're gonna hear it. First of all, I said that girl gonna come out, and she's gonna see us, and she's gonna see them dudes over there, and she's gonna get loud immediately, and then them dudes are gonna come and investigate what's happening. I know I can get to the truck. I don't know if you can. I'm gonna get there one way or another.
Speaking of my party, you met my buddy Rob.
Yes.
You met his wife Des.
Yes.
When I first met them, I had been hanging out with them for a while, maybe a few months. I doubt a full year at this point, but it was soon in the relationship. We were hanging out at his house, and I came over, and I went to his house, and he was having like a get-together or something. And I started banging on the front door, like you said. And I said, police. And I could hear like he was in the garage. That's where we were hanging out.
Right.
And I could hear inside, and she was inside with, I don't know if it was her mom and their kids and whatever. And I heard rumbling inside, and then he comes to the front door. He opens it real fast, and he saw it was me. He's like, man, what are you doing? I was like, well, you know, what are you talking about? He's like, you can't be banging on the front door like that saying you're the police. And I was like, oh, my bad. I was just fucking around. He was like, his wife is like shaking her head at me like, man, you can't be doing that up in here.
You gonna get shot, Tony. What's wrong with you? That's fucking hilarious. Dude, those guys were super fucking cool. But you know what? I have to. So we were laughing that night because Robert said that he was Puerto Rican and Spanish. I said, yeah, but you're the only Puerto Rican and Spanish that look Cuban.
He's half Mexican, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have Tapator. Just Big Lou.
Right.
They kept calling him a fucking Viking because he was so tall. But he kept saying he was from Tapatio, gave him the nickname Tapator. And then Steve said, well, what do I look like? I said, well, you kind of look Punjab, bro, with the, you know, because you got the beard and the wide jaw. You kind of look a little, you look like you could be a little Punjab. I'm going to call you Alibaba from now on. Wow. Yeah, it wasn't fun. It was fun, dude. Everybody had a good time. But I got to call bullshit on Lou. Lou, if you're listening. Because Lou was drunk when I got there, right? And they're all, hey, blah, blah, blah. Hey, what's your number? We've had this text message going for 10 years now. He said, and you're in, dude, whether you want to or not, you're included. What's your number? So I gave my numbers. Ain't got a text yet. And they're like, oh, we text all day long every day.
Well, here's the thing. I wanted to get your natural reaction.
Okay.
He hit me on the side yesterday. Hey, man, is this Mingo's number? Because we're going to add him to the group text. I was like, whoa, wait, you sure? He was like, yeah, why? I was like, you don't think it's a little too soon?
Wow, look at that Tony cock blocking me already.
No. But, you know, it was like, hey,
Tony don't want you.
We got to make sure everybody's on board with this. I said, I don't know how he feels because he's going to be at work. Because that's when it's like a 9 to 5 thing.
Right.
You know, because we do it while we're working. Because, you know, you don't want stuff coming in at night when your wife's at home. Or early, I'll start at 3:30 in the morning instead of sending stuff out.
No, I know. Well, because there was times I made a mistake and I sent you one late one time. Oh fuck, dude, I'm sorry, I forgot it. You know, blah blah blah. So like normally I don't get up till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. You sending me shit like at 6 o'clock. Like, who the fuck? Somebody calling out? Tony, LOL, motherfucker.
And you know what's funny about that? When I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning, I looked at it like, who the fuck sent me something at 8:30 at night?
8:30 at night? That's a normal hour, Tony.
That ain't normal. It's dark out already.
That 50 fits you well, dude. 8:30, fucking like 4 o'clock, time to go to bed, like, or dinner time.
So back to Lou. I mean, we'll throw you in. I just want to make sure you're all right with it.
Well, I thought I was in already. I didn't know you was gonna. I didn't know you was throwing salt in the game. Damn. All right, you're forgiven, Lou. Not your bad. It's cool. We good.
He doesn't want you schwoozing his friend group.
Yeah, right. That's all right. I know they're your friends, dog. They ain't going nowhere. Shit. You hang out with nobody behind your back. We're good.
So, did Henry, you guys reminisce at all?
Oh, yeah, dude. We bullshitted for hours, dude. It was fucking hilarious. It was one of the funniest things he said that night. He was asking about the street that I grew up on. Now, the street I grew up on is called Sierra del Sol. That's the name of the street.
Okay.
Right? But I hadn't heard anybody call it this for fucking years, bro. For fucking years. He says, oh, no, the Circle K Street. And I said, holy shit, dude, you know you're from fucking Thousand Palms when you say, yeah, bro, just turn on the Circle K Street right there where Circle K's at. Just go up the street right there. The funniest fucking shit, dude. We sat and we laughed about that bullshit for hours. And we were going back and forth about...
I'll be honest with you, that's what I would call it. The street was Circle K. Everybody knows the street was Circle K.
No. You're saying the street was Circle K. We're calling it the Circle K Street.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Like there's you know what I mean? Oh, yeah, Circle K Street. Yeah, I know where you're at. You know what I mean? And we were reminiscing about some people that lived out here before and even... Ivan, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Martha's husband. When we were standing up front, he said, "Yeah." He says, "I was telling Martha, yeah, about Mingo," and she said, "Mingo," and then they figured out that it was me, and somehow he brought up some story about me having some Martha's sweater or something and never giving it back to her, and
That's right. She told me to hit you up about that.
and Martha told me that she came. I was like, what is he talking about? She said, "Oh my God, my mom still remembers that." I said your name not that long ago, and she was like, "Oh, that's the guy with the sweater, right? That never gave it back to you." I was like, "What fucking sweater? What are you guys talking about?" Well, that next night I was asleep. I woke up and I was like, "Hey, there was a fucking shit." Took me out of my sleep remembering that shit. I was like, "Oh shit, I don't remember like what the sweater looked like or why I had it or what the whole context was about it, but apparently I never gave it back and it turned out to be a big hoopla."
Just one part of the night, I don't remember how you got put in this position, because many people have been put in this position.
Okay.
So I don't remember how you got put into it. You got stuck talking to my cousin Ermin, and if you get in the vortex, she could keep you there for a while.
Yeah, that was the girl that was inside, right? Yeah.
So I remember. I remember both of us walking out, and you got caught in the vortex, and I just kept it moving.
I think Martha stopped me.
Okay.
Or I asked Martha something, and oh no, maybe it was what's her name?
Ermin, she's my cousin.
Ermin. Because she was, I don't know if she said my name or if she was, I don't remember exactly how I got stuck, but yeah, I was sitting there going back and forth, and she was telling me about how she didn't like Hilda when she first met her, and when you guys were together, but oh my God, she's great now, and then, was Henry's wife?
Yeah, she was sitting on the.
She was the one closest to me, right, with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Curly hair. She said something about that your son stole her thunder, or Steve's kid stole her thunder because somehow somebody stole her thunder because she was supposed to have the first grandbaby, and it ended up it was your son. Because your son came early, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it was your son that stole her thunder for her little girl because she was supposed to be the first one born, but your boy came first.
Okay. I'm
gonna start all kinds of drama in Tony's family right now.
Yeah, shit.
I don't know. I'm just things that I'm remembering from that night.
It was funny because when I was outside at maybe 5-7 minutes into it, I said to myself, "Man, I better go check to see if he needs help to get out of it." But then I got caught up in something else.
Right, and then I came out and I was like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck you left me in there with all the fucking girls for?" Nah, it was cool, dude. Like it was quite honestly, Tony, like literally since I've been back, I go to work and I come home. I don't go do shit. I don't go hang out with nobody. I don't do nothing. And then even more so after all this COVID shit. So being able to go and hang out and rekindle with people that I knew and meet a bunch of new people, it was a really good experience. I needed to do that and get out and hang out with people and do that kind of shit again. So that was good.
Good. So now with that being said, because we spoke about that.
Yeah?
Because we couldn't understand why you left so early.
Oh, my tooth. My fucking mouth was hurting. Remember I had my tooth pulled the day before.
I don't remember. How did I know that?
Yeah, because I told you. I told you about it that night. Okay.
You might have been fucked up, though. Yeah, I had a couple drinks at dinner, and so...
Yeah, and then what's with the face you make with the shot, dude? Like, really? Like, are you a 13-year-old girl, dude? Like, for reals?
First of all, I already warned you about that.
And your daughter was pouring shots like a motherfucker that night.
Yo, my daughter is no joke, kid.
Holy shit.
My daughter could party.
You know the funny part is fucking Robert kept saying, "Hey, dude," he came up and said, "Hey, let me apologize. Tony found this tequila. He thinks this is shit, but it just tastes like shit. So just go with it."
And you know, it's the tequila I bought you.
I kind of figured that's where the story was going.
Yeah.
That ain't right.
It was good. It's a good tequila.
Yeah, I like it. It's not. Well, let me also say this. You had the 1942.
That was the one in that gold bottle.
Yeah.
That was
Well, you like it?
No, not really.
No wonder you and Robert get along so well. Because he's like, oh, that's not good. And it's like, you're crazy.
I don't. Well, judging by the fucking face you made when you were sipping it, you don't like it either. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I didn't drink. That wasn't the one that I had when I made the face. The 1942.
No, the first one, the first shot you did, right?
I just took it. It was like nothing.
Yeah, but that was a.
Hold on a second. First of all, I know I was in front of a group of people, so I could not make a face. For my manhood. Secondly, that tequila you really don't even make a face.
That tequila is fucking disgusting.
You're tripping.
Dude, it is so the taste is so powerful and like
there is no taste.
Yeah, you're tripping, dude. You could just dab your finger in that and put that shit on the back of your ear and burn off the same hair.
It's like Everclear or Ouzo.
Yeah, that's why it's in a gold bottle so you can't see what it is. But the first shot you took, it's because it was in that little plastic. It was like half a fucking those little cups that we saw at Walmart. But like half of one of those he drank.
No, it was full. First of all, it's the solo red shot cup glass.
Right, which really isn't a shot. It's like half a shot.
Yes, it is.
She got you the mini so that you could man up.
No, she poured it. It was overflowing all over my fingers. You're tripping.
And then they gave him another one later, and he's all, and then dancing around like, oh, it burns, it burns. No.
I can't do it no more, son. I told you that.
I'm gonna buy you some. I'm sorry. You like Don Julio?
No.
No, you've never had it, or you don't like it?
No, I don't like it.
Have you ever had it chilled? I don't know how you can not like Don Julio, but you like that burning fire of.
No, because it's got that burn. It's got that aftertaste.
What does?
Don Julio.
The fuck it does. Dude, the shit that was in that gold bottle.
Out with too many white girls. That's your problem.
No. That's fucking the other one. What's the other one?
Jose Cuervo?
No, I fucking hate that too. What's the other one that they made they were in all the fucking songs there for a while? Patron? The fuck out of here with that shit.
You're right on that. Now that I think about it.
I'm going to get us a bottle of some shit that you'll be able to fucking
nasty.
Take like nothing, bro.
Do you like rum, Tony?
I like flavored rums.
Oh, never mind.
Like Malibu and Captain Morgan.
Because I found a rum this weekend that is fucking awesome.
What do you mix it with?
Nothing. You can fucking drink it straight.
Really?
So the reason that we were drinking it straight... What?
Before you say you could drink it straight, how much had you had mixed with something before you start?
Nothing.
You were
after a while, after drinking, you could drink anything straight.
Yeah, because everything's fucking...
Yeah, it's like water.
We started with that.
Really?
Yeah. So the reason that we were going... Not the main reason, but what we decided to do to fill the weekend was we were going to watch the first 3 Pirates of the Caribbean movies and just straight drink rum the whole time. So we found the most, like, piratiest bottle that we could at a fucking Bevmo, and it had, like, a pair of spare crossbones on it. And didn't think anything of it. I was like, it's probably not going to be fantastic, but, you know, it'll get the job done. So, fucking open it, and I smell it, and it smells sweet. It just smells sweet. And then we poured it, and it was nice and dark. And then took a sip of it, and it... tasted good. It went down super smooth.
Is it like vanilla-y tasting, or is it...
No, it's more the spiced.
Really?
Yeah, but it just goes down super smooth.
That's good.
It was good.
What about this crunk stuff that you promised?
Kraken.
Kraken.
That one's good, too. That makes Coke taste like vanilla Coke.
Yeah, it's really good. I just want to point something out real quick, though. There's such a huge difference between... you and your friends at 21 than mine and mine at 21 because let's get fucking pirates and some rum and hang out. We're like, fuck, let's get Fridays, some weed, some chips, some beer.
I don't drink to get drunk. I drink because I like the flavor of it. Tastes good.
You're too young to like the flavor of it.
Why?
Fuck.
Because you're supposed to just want to get hammered.
Yeah. Just fucking.
I got hammered enough on my birthday. I'm good.
No,
Yeah.
that you were.
You're supposed to get hammered because it's a Friday night.
Yeah. Fuck.
Me and my friends are different than you and your friends.
Yeah.
And I see
and
it
there's nothing
for the
wrong with
better.
it. I'm just saying there was ginormous
I don't
difference
know, I
between.
feel like you're judging me.
Please. I would do that now with friends though. Like if it was like a brand new movie and it was coming out and we just I just rented it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like
Rented it. A movie?
yeah. You don't rent movies?
No. Why would you rent a movie? It's like, what? You gonna bust out the VCR? What
Because you don't know if you like it.
No, because I got it on. I buy it digitally on the TV. Well, you don't have that?
No.
Oh.
I got a hot box. Sorry.
I had one of those too.
I mean, so
I don't keep it. Wasn't able to keep it updated though. So I got rid of it.
dude, Amazon Fire Stick, kid.
I got the Fire Stick. You know how to break them?
YouTube, kid.
All right. Yeah, but they change them all the time. How do you know what's the updated version?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But hey, it's the cost of having to do it, getting it for free.
Do you do it too? You update it yourself and do all that shit?
Yeah.
Don't lie. You call your son and, hey, mijo.
No.
Anna, come here. Oh, am I supposed to say her name?
Yeah, she's cool.
We're good now.
Curiosity Cafe.
That's the name of the website?
That's the name of the dude that I follow.
Oh, okay.
And he's always, hey, this is what you do, this is what you do. And it works. I haven't updated mine in a while, too. It still works.
Really?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Because my kids are sitting here saying, Dad, tell the truth. It takes a while sometimes for a movie to come in. Sometimes it'll be like a VCR quality.
Right.
But, hey, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not.
See, and you know what? I would rather wait for it to come out and I'd pay the right price so that I get the full experience of the movie.
It depends on the movie. You're right. I wouldn't watch a superhero movie, a Marvel movie, if it was like fuzzy.
Right.
Okay, that I understand. But something that looks pretty good, I'll watch it. It's a little fuzzy. That's okay.
All right.
Sometimes you get the Oriental subtitles.
Asian. You can't say Oriental.
And I actually, dog.
He thought about it right before he said
thought
it,
about it.
too.
I'm like, okay, don't say Chinese.
Don't say Oriental. Don't say Oriental.
And
Don't say Oriental.
I
The
told
Oriental.
myself,
Fuck.
don't say Chinese because that's not the right thing to say.
It's funny that you bring that up. Yesterday I watched on Vudu, this service that I buy, or that I have. They have a documentary that they made on Pat Morita. You know who that is, right?
Karate Kid?
Yeah, Mr. Miyagi. Yeah, Arnold. That's funny. Dude, he looks just like my dad.
Really?
Yeah, it's a trip, dude. I was sitting there watching it yesterday, and I was like, fuck, if my dad would have been that fucking funny. Like, I could have been fucking the karate. He could have been fucking Mr. Miyagi. But anyways, it's funny because he was Japanese, but when he came here, it was like he had started like right around the time of Pearl Harbor, right? So being Japanese, he couldn't come here and perform any places.
Right.
So he'd go on as Chinese. And then after a while, he went on as the Hip Nip. Was his fucking nickname, dude. That was the billing on the fucking billboards. The Hip Nip Pat Morita. It's like, holy shit. That guy had a fucking tough life though, but he would, because they would talk about how he came out in movies and like, I guess there was a time, and I didn't realize there was a fucking John Wayne played fucking Genghis Khan. And he would still come out, all right, so we're going to go down there and blah, blah. Like, still like a fucking country bumpkin playing Genghis Khan instead of having, an Asian American or, Japanese American or Chinese American or Mongolian American, whatever the fuck Genghis Khan was, you know what I mean? Play the part.
Mongolian.
Mongolian? Yeah, it was right.
Good job.
I got there sooner or later. But it's just kind of funny that you brought that whole Oriental shit back up.
Asian.
Oh, well, same thing. Fuck. So, I was giving you a lot of shit before you turned 50 about things being different. and I know I have exactly 7 months before I turn 50. So, does it feel any different now that you've been 50 for almost a week?
Okay, let's start with the physicalities of it.
Okay.
When you left early that night, I don't know what time. Do you know what time you left?
About 11 o'clock.
Okay. So, at one point, the music had changed into like 80s freestyle.
Okay.
Electric Kingdom, blase, blase.
Right.
So
let me be the one.
Actually, that song did come on. But anyways, so we started breakdancing.
I saw the video.
Okay.
Before you go on, Tony did windmills. If you don't know what breaking is and what windmills are, look it up. Go to YouTube and just type in breakdancing windmills, and you'll see. Were you surprised that you were still able to do them? Kind of.
No, I was more surprised that I wasn't able to do them. Kinda.
Okay.
Because in my mind, I could still do them. See, that's where I was saying the physicalities of it.
I got you.
And some of it might have to do with, I had some drinks in me. So the reason I say that, if you really watch the video, when I was getting up, dude, it was hard to get back up. It was hard to get down, first of all.
Right.
It's shown in the video as well.
Yeah, I saw you like 3 or 4 times, like go to start, be like,
oh,
how do I enter that shit? Yeah.
But getting back up, my buddy Lou actually had to pick me up because, again, 50% of it might have been the drinking, and the other 50% was just like, my body was like, yo, slow down. We can't do that.
Hey, let's stay down here for a while.
So that was honestly, that was a trip.
Yeah.
But mentally, during that day, I spoke to a few people, and my niece and my nephew. They both asked me, "Yeah, how's it feel? Does it feel any different?" And I was telling my niece, I think that now that I'm really thinking about it, it actually does feel a little different. A little, because it's just a birthday. It's still just a birthday,
Right.
but 50.
Half a century.
Yeah, that's especially when that's a big deal. You start thinking about, man, my parents got this old. You're on the back 9 now.
Yeah. Ooh. How'd you say it like that? Jesus.
And so it was planted in my head about that.
Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door.
So the following night, we had dinner at my mom's house. And it was my family, my mom, my grandfather who lives with my mom now, and my brother and his wife, my sister-in-law.
Okay.
So we always do this when it's my brother or my birthday. Well, actually, my wife and sister-in-law, too. We'll have a dinner at my mom's house with just us.
Right.
And, cupcakes, and my mom gave me a present. And my mom always gives me, a card that she'll write a little passage in. I'm proud of you. You're such a great dad. You're a good husband. I'm glad you are who you are. You get used to it.
Right.
It's always nice, but it's something you'd expect from your mom.
Right.
So, and I got that. Then I opened up my brother's gift to me, and his card says some nice stuff in it as well in regards to, you're able to, look back to all the things you've accomplished in life.
You cried, huh?
No, I didn't cry, but now what was planted in my head about turning 50 was really starting to bloom, was really starting to blossom about, because they had said, look at your life, look what you've accomplished. And now I'm thinking to myself, man, this might be a really big deal.
Yeah.
And so I started opening the gifts that they had gotten me. And they were really thoughtful gifts. They got me a pair of sunglasses. Just so I thought maybe they actually asked my wife what kind of sunglasses I liked, because they were actually a pair that I've been wanting to get.
Oh, nice.
Turns out they didn't. asked my wife. My wife's like, I can't believe your brother got you those glasses. We've been talking about you getting a pair of those. And I was like, you didn't tell him to get me these? And she was like, no. And so, again, I'm like, this is a big deal.
Right.
So one of the gifts he got me, when he turned 40, my sister-in-law threw him a surprise birthday party. And what she asked me to do was bring my drum set over so we could have like a jam session.
Oh, your brother plays?
My brother plays guitar.
Okay.
So we made up a band name. We actually made it up a long time ago when we were little, called Van Pacheco.
Okay.
I play off of Van Halen.
Right.
So my nieces and nephews actually made signs, like posters with the VP instead of the VH,
right,
that looked like just like that. So that was always our little inside joke, you know, him and I, because again, Van Halen, their brothers play guitar and drums, so him and I play guitar and drums. So one of his gifts was this T-shirt.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
Van
sick as
Pacheco.
hell.
And dude, I was like, fuck, that's really thoughtful. I was like, holy shit.
Right.
And again, now and my sister-in-law actually said, you know, he wanted to get you the gifts himself, because obviously my wife's the one always goes shopping for everybody.
Right.
So does my sister. But my sister was like, nope, he picked everything out. He did everything. And I was like, fuck. And it really, dude, now I'm feeling like
you look emotional.
50 years old. Yeah. Dude, it's starting to hit me bad, though. Not in a negative way.
Right.
But it's really starting to be like, dude, I'm fucking 50 years old.
Like it's a milestone.
Yeah, dude. Up until Friday, it just was another birthday. But Saturday, really, Sunday morning, I woke up like, man, I'm 50. Dude.
How early did you wake up on Sunday? Or on Saturday after the party?
Saturday, we were in bed for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the last guest left at like 2:30.
Who was it?
My nephew Steven and his old lady. But back to the gifts.
Okay.
My brother also, they made me an album cover.
Oh, shit.
Van Pacheco with the VP. And songs on the back.
Wow.
Dude, him and my nephews thought up these songs. Wait, let me smell it first. That's the name of one song.
Okay.
My wife and kids made me do it. I want to rock and roll all night, and in parentheses until 9.
Yeah.
My brother and I have a inside joke. We always say that I'm my mom's favorite. So, you know, whenever we...
You know it's true. It ain't no fucking joke.
So one of the songs is I'm Ma's favorite. She told me so. Shout it out loud, that Kiss song.
Right?
I can't hear. Kiss Me, I'm 50. This is a real inside joke. Still waiting for my gold card.
Okay.
The cruise we take every year, it turns out when you get so many cruises, your cards get upgraded in color. So like your first cruise, you get a blue card. Everybody knows you're a rookie with that blue card.
Okay.
That's, you know, your blue card is your room key, your ID in a sense for your trip. That's what you carry around with you.
So everybody wants to sit down and talk with you because it's your first time,
Right.
and it make you feel good. Right.
That's only the first year. The second year, it's a red card. And you have the red card for like eight trips.
Okay.
And then after the red card is the gold card. And then there's like a silver after that, like a platinum. Anyways, my wife and I has been doing this cruises for like 10, 12 years or something like that. So you get your card when you check in on the boat on that day.
Right.
Like you show them your ID. Okay, here's your room key. And, you know, you can put all your ID and your credit cards away. All you need is this room key. That's what you use to buy stuff, what have you. So one year, like 3 years ago, we open up our envelopes and she's got a gold card. Mine is still red. And I was like, hold up, what's going on here? So then
I'm gonna cut you off real quick. This is the most first world problem shit I've ever fucking heard. Besides, my Wi-Fi is out.
Right, the motherfuckers when the motherfuckers in fucking Texas hear this shit, they're gonna be mad.
Some people have to worry about what they're gonna eat in the next 5 minutes.
Yo.
This motherfucker, where's my gold card?
Hey,
my wife got one.
gonna-
Why is mine still red?
This boat cruise is bullshit.
Yeah.
Because that's exactly what I said, and I'll tell you how. This is bullshit. Da da da. I should be getting a gold card too. So I called after the trip. And it turns out, first of all, the first 2 cruises we took was on a different boat, with different cruise line altogether.
Okay.
So I was including those two cruises, but they weren't even with this company.
So how'd your wife get a gold card?
Because she took about 3, maybe 4 cruises without me with like her girlfriend. She took one with her sisters. But, one of them had a milestone birthday. So she's like up 3 cruises from me.
Okay.
So dog, I was like, okay, next year I'm getting my card. Because, I should have the same amount of cruises as her. Following year comes, and I'm telling everybody I'm getting my gold card. Because, like I said, there's a group of us that goes.
Right.
Open up my envelope, it's still red. So I go to the concierge on the boat. I'm like, yo, I should have a gold card. Now it's the principal. I want my gold card. She looks it up. It's actually by cruising days. How many days you've cruised. So the last cruise I took, during that cruise, like the second day I was on it, would put me over to the gold card. But because it hadn't happened yet, I still
You had to get the red card. So did you get the gold one when it flipped?
Coronavirus hit. I would have gotten it this past year. So again, back to the song.
The most first world problem shit.
Still waiting on my gold card. You see, I mean, again, that's why I'm getting emotional because
You're super thoughtful, yeah.
yeah, dude, still waiting on my gold card.
You want to try that one again? What was that?
Well, I said super thoughtful.
Yeah, but what was that after? Hell,
A little burp. Did I burp on it? No, sorry.
I don't know what it was.
I didn't even hear it. That's kind of dope, though, dude. That's really good. So, have you ever gotten anything nice like that for your brother?
I've gotten him thoughtful gifts, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So, now that he got you stuff like this, does this make you think that maybe you're going to go a little extra on his next one? How old is your brother?
He's 3-4 years older than me.
Oh, so when he turns 55, you gotta hook him up.
I always hook him up.
Oh, all right.
I think.
Do you tip him at Christmas, too?
Wow.
Hey, thanks for being my brother. Here you go. Here's a toy.
But, dude, so yeah, I'm really thinking about this 50 thing. It's really, I was talking to my niece that day, and we figured out, like, when you're in your 20s, you're partying, you're having a good time, you just want to get drunk, you want to have a good time, go out every weekend. You ain't got money, doesn't matter, you still go to party.
Right? Somebody will get you.
Yep.
You don't need that much to...
Your 30s, you probably settle down, have a couple kids, you're handling your business, maybe bought your first house, you're doing good, you still party, but maybe you're partying at home instead.
Right?
In your 40s, I still got it, I'm still cool, kids are getting older, but I can still party. 50s, dog.
You're only a week in.
Not even a week.
Yeah, right?
And I'm really thinking about it.
You're depressing me.
And again,
you're
it's
not
not
even
necessarily, it's not. Remember how we were talking about like getting your will together, stuff like that?
Yeah?
I was looking at it from an angle of, you're getting older. These are the type of things, you should look at. Yeah, let's jump on it. Let's get ahead of the game, and do these things, which we did.
Right?
But now it's like, yeah, it's a good thing I did that because I'm 50 years old.
So, let me ask you, how old were you when you did your will?
Probably when we took that trip. That's when we really had to. We really sat down and said, "Look, we're going to cross. I don't know again how far away it is, but we're going across half the world."
Oh, and you went to Bora Bora?
Yeah. So it's like we really need to. You never know what's. Hey.
Right.
Like I
it's
said,
a long flight. You got to.
You're in there 15 hours. You never know.
So, how many years has it been?
4, maybe 5.
Has anything in your mind changed that you want to change on your will?
No, because everything pretty much goes to the kids.
Could either of them ever do anything to be taken off that list?
Not that I'm aware of. I shouldn't say aware of. I don't. They're not.
Your kids just seem really good kids. Like
it's. I don't know if we spoke about this when we were talking about it last time. For example, my brother and I. We're not as close as, let's say, some other brothers or siblings, I should say.
Right.
But we have enough respect for each other that, let's say, if something happened to my mom.
Right.
And all her assets, there will be no argument. It's 50-50.
Okay.
You know what I mean? We don't need... We wouldn't step on each other's toes. We wouldn't... It's, we know each other enough to say what's fair is fair. 50-50, it's like that. And I think my kids are the same. They're not... They wouldn't want... One of them wouldn't want more than the other.
Right.
But again, money changes everything. And, uh-oh.
How do you feel about that one with your 2 children?
And
sorry to interrupt.
Before you say that, though, money changes everything.
Oh, fuck yeah, it does.
And I feel I'm lucky enough to have a relationship with my brother where it wouldn't affect us to where, again, I'm not going to ask for more than what he gets, and I'm 99% sure he feels the same way.
Yeah.
And I think my kids, they're not competitive with each other enough that one would want more than the other.
Right.
So with that being said, I do acknowledge, not in a negative way, that in a situation like that, even the best people, money can really mess things up.
Right.
So with that being said, how do you feel about your kids?
So let me ask you a quick question before I answer his, though. Which one of your kids is your favorite? I know. I just want to see if he's willing to say it.
I don't have a favorite. However, my daughter, because she's a girl. I have a different relationship with her. She's daddy's girl.
Right.
So it's not that she's my favorite. It's just that because she's a girl, I guess I'm more protective over her than I am him. Because he's a boy,
she's your favorite. Come on, call it what
I
it
hope
is.
your son doesn't listen to this.
So to answer your question, now that we talk about it and he says it like that, I would definitely have to put something in place before I passed away. I would hope that you guys would be able to sit down and say 50-50, but there's no way that'll happen.
I know I could.
Right.
Okay, with that being said, you don't think out of spite you would say
no
to your brother, no, forget this. No, I deserve more because I hang out with Dad more.
No.
He would have wanted me to have this, not you.
No, because I know that is horse shit. And I wouldn't even say some shit like that because that's horrible.
He's not like that, dude. Like, even... Like,
I don't even ask for shit.
Yeah, like, growing up, dude, we had to, hey, dude, fuck, we noticed you have fucking holes in your socks. Let's go get you some socks. Hey, you need new shoes? Let's go buy you something. No, okay.
Okay, and that's what I mean. With that being said, all that, I've never asked for anything. When it comes time to, let's say, divvy up assets.
No, because I did not ask for shit like you tip people.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow, how about that? No expectations is what it means, just in case.
So, again, I'm not saying you expect it, but, again, and when I say windfall, I'm not saying it's an abundance of asset. I'm just saying when a windfall comes towards your way.
You just called me broke. Did you see that?
If a windfall of money comes to you, you're not going to say, "Hey, little brother, you know what? I think I deserve a little bit more."
No, because I'd be grateful to get anything.
I really don't. I like knowing you. Like Sebastian's really like black and white. Either it's right or it's fucking wrong, and splitting it down the middle is right, and that's what he's gonna fucking stick with, and nobody's gonna fucking change his mind. When he sets his mind, nobody's gonna fucking change his mind. He will dig no matter how fucking wrong he is. He will dig his fucking feet in.
I'm not kidding. I've realized mid-argument that I was wrong and still fucking didn't try to bring myself out. I'll dig farther if I know that I'm wrong.
Trying to prove that you're right.
Yeah.
He's like his dad.
I will will the right answer into existence. God damn it.
I will convince you that you're wrong one way or the other.
Even if you're right.
Especially.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, that's the right word.
But yeah, I mean, not that Milo's a bad kid or whatever. I just think his concept of things is a little different right now. And I could be wrong. Maybe in that situation, maybe he wouldn't be that way. But his mother was like that. Very much tit for tat. You know what I mean?
Right.
I didn't even think about that, the story you just told me the other day.
But tit for tat with her sibling?
Yes. Like, when we got married, they used money that she had gotten from one of her family members passing away. They used that money for the wedding.
For his wedding?
Yeah. Yeah. And the brother didn't use his money. It stayed there. So it accumulated interest. So when he went to go use it to go buy a car, he had more money. Well, that's not fair. Dude, she didn't talk to her parents for like 2 fucking weeks. Because she thought she deserved more.
Damn.
And I'm like, dude, is this shit really going on right now? Like, fuck.
And you still didn't back out.
I know, right? It was too late. I had already fucking married her. You were on the way. No, you were already here because I had already married her. Yeah, dude. Like, it was just like seeing that level of not even. Well, is it greed or is it just
Petty?
Yeah, that level of pettiness is beyond me. Like,
well, couldn't you chalk that up to
no.
Couldn't you chalk that up to ignorance when it comes to money? Meaning, bear with me. Meaning, she did not understand that, you could get interest on money if you left it there. So why wasn't she told if I left money here, I could get more of it?
She was about to get married.
No, because her father was her parents were very open about money and very, hey, you take, payday, you take envelopes and you put your money in there for an emergency for the vehicle or whatever it is. You take this amount for groceries. You take this amount for gas. You have this money. So everything was in an envelope.
Right.
They still do that shit to this day.
And
best way to do it.
And he would sit and talk with them and, hey, we have I have my mutual fund and I have this and I, blah, blah, blah. And here's my like, taught them all about money, dude. It's not like they did not know about, like she knew. She was just petty and greedy, and it was very awful that day.
And like I said, there's something about money that can ruin things. It's, and when it comes to inheritances and stuff like that, it could get ugly.
Honestly, I think it has less to do with money than it does with feelings, whether they're feelings of anger or resentment or unsettled grievances with somebody over some bullshit. I think it's more of that drives I deserve this because mom and dad made me blah, blah, blah. Because realistically, like, this is going to sound, no, it's not going to sound petty. It is what it is. Fuck it. So, I was the only one in my family that paid for my first car. Like, they didn't help me with mine. That's what I mean by that. Like, my brother, they helped him get his car. They gave my older sister a car, 2 cars. They helped my sister, I think, with hers. But I didn't. I bought my own car. Like, I went and I worked and I did all my bullshit and blah, blah, blah. There was no help with it at all. So, I mean, I carry that because I have not resentment, but I remember being I can't say I was the one with the least, but like my older sister and my younger sister shared in part of that. But, my dad broke his back the year I was born, so we were welfare throughout my life. And then he graduated college when I graduated high school the same year. And he got a job with the county as a building inspector and started doing really well and, was able to buy things, and mainly for my younger sister and brother, because by then I was fucking working and I didn't need anything, you know what I mean? And so I always resented being poor growing up. So it took me a long time to get over that and see that differently. Because I didn't see it until I was a parent. You know what I mean? Because I remember one time I used to have to ride to school. I had to ride a 10-speed to summer school. And then I would ride the 10-speed either to work or home. And I remember coming home and the fucking chain on the 10-speed broke coming up over the overpass there on Ramon. And I had to walk the bike home. It was probably one of the hottest days of the summer. And I got books and I ran out of water. I'm like totally just burnt that day. And I walked up and, they had actually bought the bike. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? They're all outside giggling, having a good time watering the fucking lawn. And I threw the bike on the ground. This fucking piece of shit bike you bought me, the fucking chain broke and blah, blah, blah. And that haunts me till this day, saying shit like that to my parents. Because at that point, I didn't understand. I didn't understand that, I grew up with a dad that was probably depressed because he wasn't able to do the things that he was taught to do, like to go out and work and do all the, manly things that he's supposed to do. He did, but not to the level that he wanted to. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I didn't understand that. I never grasped that growing up because it was just my life. But as he's born and his brother's born, and I start to see shit, and I'm like, fuck, dude, I was a douche for that. Like, I never realized that, he was probably really depressed growing up. Because it was always, oh, well, hey, show me how to do that, or can I help you? Yeah, you want to help? Go stand over there. I was always, hey, dude, oh, you want to help? Yeah, go stand over there. Stay out of my way. That's what we got. You know what I mean? And, I never wanted to be a mechanic. I never wanted to get in there. And, I know how to wrench on shit and I know how to do shit, but that was never my passion. It was never something I wanted. It didn't really, getting under the hood of a car and working on it all day and getting paid to do that didn't interest me. You know what I mean? I always wanted to be in entertainment. Always. But I'd tell my parents, stop that local, go be a garbage man, be a fucking lawyer, go be a doctor, go study, go do some shit. You know what I mean? But that was always the answer. It was go be a fucking doctor, go be a fucking doctor. I barely fucking got out of high school. You know what I mean? What do you mean go be a doctor? So they didn't understand. They didn't understand me growing up. So that there's a disconnect with that. And so for her family, it wasn't. It was very much, it may have been a different kind of disconnect. And I don't know how she felt. I don't know if she felt like they treated Josh differently than they did her.
Josh?
Oh, that's her brother. My ex-wife's brother. If they treated her differently than they did him, or I think she was mad because they would let him go do stuff more than she did. But that was the age of, well, you're a girl, you can't go out. And,
That's exactly how it was in my house.
yeah,
I mean, but the thing is, my son didn't necessarily go out, and he probably had more opportunities than she did because I wanted to keep her more sheltered,
right,
and she complained about it as the day is long,
right.
and she, of course, would call us and me out on it. It's because he's a boy, and honestly, yeah, it is. I mean,
It is what it is. What do you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
That's hey, you're my baby girl, and he's a boy. I mean,
yeah,
he's my son. I love him to death, but you're a girl, and in a sense, I got to protect her.
right. But she didn't understand that, right?
No,
She understand it now?
no.
No.
You got to remember, she's
Yeah.
I am woman, hear me roar. I can do everything a man can do.
Yeah,
But
that's
she can. Don't get me wrong. It's just, this generation is just different.
It is totally different. It is so. It is really, really weird. And it's funny because we talk about it and we're like, we raise our children based on how we were raised, but things were different when we were being brought up. We didn't have all the technology. We didn't have all the opportunity. We didn't have all the things that these kids have. And so we're learning about all this new shit, trying to navigate our way through it while we're trying to keep our kids safe and teach them how to do all that. And that in and of itself is a full fucking time job.
When you said that you threw your bike down and you felt like you feel like it was an asshole move, and
Right.
but isn't that a rite of passage? That, of course, I look back at a lot of stuff that I did when I was a kid and I was an asshole, and you want to make sure that you don't put your kids in a position that would have that same outcome. I mean, we always try to do better than what we had,
Right.
And not that our parents didn't provide for us. They did the best they could, but we always want to try and take it a step better.
Right.
And so, yeah, I was an asshole to my mom a lot of times. I was a smart ass kid.
I think for me it was more of an epiphany because I had never taken the time to put myself in my father's position. You know what I mean? I never understood because fuck, dude, I must have been, I don't know, late 20s when he first hugged me, mid 30s when he first said I love you.
Oh wow!
Like, it's just, but he was just a very strong, come from a family of men that went out and worked in the fields and came home and gave their mother the paycheck to help them pay for the and they just kept enough money to get drunk. It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
And there was not a lot of emotion shown. People back when they were growing up didn't talk about their emotions. They didn't talk about money. They didn't talk about the shit that we talk about. You know what I mean? So when I was growing up, we don't talk like that. Me and my dad never talked like that until probably like the last 3-4 years of his life, where we were able to sit down and start talking about shit and approaching things differently and talking things and getting to kind of know what his thought process was. Because there's times where, like, these guys are growing up and I'm telling them shit. I'm like, hey, look, dude, I said, I know you guys don't get it. And you're like, fuck, why does dad keep trying to talk to us about this shit? But I got to tell you, dude, I would have died for my dad to talk to me like that, or for him to break me off that knowledge that he has of life and things that happened. You know what I mean? Like, for him to sit down and have an actual conversation and care about what I'm going through.
So you've never had the conversation. How should I put this? I'm pretty sure that my mom, growing up, probably tried to have those kind of conversations with me.
Right.
But at that age, the mindset is she don't know what she's talking about. She's old. She doesn't understand. And maybe you had that same conversation and you just shut it off because of the same thing. Like I said to myself, she's old. She doesn't know what she's talking about. Which, in a sense, sometimes my kids not really that harshly, but was like, he don't know what he's talking about.
Right.
You know.
I don't think so. Because I think my brother and sister would say the same thing. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, when your dad tries to hit you with knowledge, do you take it or do you say, that's an old way of thinking? He doesn't know what he's talking about.
When I was younger, I was like that.
Exactly.
It was
probably what you went through with your dad.
It was annoying. I was thinking about Nerf guns and Legos when I was a kid. Like, I don't want to hear about none of this adult shit. What the hell are you talking about?
You're trying to kick him down some knowledge. And, again, it's just... I know what you mean by you wish...
Well, I'm talking about, like, when I was, like, 15, 16, 17, 18, like...
At 15, were you taking advice from your dad and absorbing it?
No.
You see what I'm saying?
I think at that point I was trying to. Because I was in school and...
I think he was trying to because I probably yelled less.
I'm just saying, I'm thinking maybe your dad did try to kick you down knowledge.
You know what, Tony? You're absolutely right. It's probably possible.
You're just, at that stage in your life, you just don't want to hear it because you're a know-it-all. Who at 15 wasn't a know-it-all?
No, nobody. Everybody was like that.
Yeah, exactly. In my opinion.
Right. No, my other son's like that too.
See what I'm saying? And maybe you were like that too.
Oh, I know I was. You
see what I'm saying? Especially when you said, he couldn't work, he couldn't do this. You were probably like, I know more than this guy because he can't even work.
Well.
And so when he tried to hit you with knowledge, maybe you were just like, I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah.
You don't know what he's talking about.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I would just.
I know.
Maybe I just blocked it out.
I was doing that.
Yeah. I don't know. But I remember, like at 14, I was, my older sister couldn't go out unless I went with her. And she couldn't go out until she was 18. Right? So, but me at 12, 13, I can go out.
Right. Yeah.
Stay out, whatever. 14, coming home drunk, riding my bike home from down the street, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I came home and walked in the door. My mom was waiting for me. Are you drunk? Whoo! Go to bed. And 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay, come on, cabron. You want to drink like a man? Time to go to work like a man. Let's go.
I remember, I don't know why it just caused me to think about this. When we moved out here from New York, mom's on welfare, the whole shebang, because we just moved out here. She wasn't working or anything.
Right.
So we moved out here in the summer. Ooh. And, she bought us, my brother and I, matching Schwinn bikes that, off of the newspaper, somebody was selling them.
Right.
Like they were new.
Right.
But it was the whole sissy bars, banana boat seat. Remember the long seats?
Yeah.
That attached
the cholo seats.
Yeah, exactly.
with a sissy bar in the back. Yeah.
So my brother and I, we had matching bikes. I mean, that was like the big thing for us.
Right.
So first day of school comes around. Dude, my mom rode my brother's bike, and I rode my bike to school. I was in the 3rd grade.
See, she like you more. Let you ride your own bike.
But it was just the fact that, I couldn't imagine what she went through that day.
Yeah.
Riding that piece of shit bike to take me to school.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now I should say embarrassment or shame, but she was ashamed. But it's still like, parents are dropping off their kids in their cars or just walking them to school because they lived nearby.
Yeah.
But she rode with me, she rode the bike and I locked mine up and she said bye. And I'm like, man, now that I think about it.
Right? You look at things differently. You know what I mean? And especially you at 50, probably more. I'm just kidding.
Bring it back around.
That's how it all came forward to begin with. Yeah, dude, it's a trip, dude, getting older and getting... Even like hanging out with the guy, like, you were talking about how, once you got down and you did the fucking, what do you call it? You had a hard time getting back up. Dude, I won't get down on the ground unless I'm near. So, like, I got to look around and, okay, so what's near me that if I have to, I could scurry over and put a hand on and fucking help me out because, I ain't getting back up's a little difficult nowadays. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you, man, I couldn't get up.
Fuck.
The earth was spinning. My body was saying, oh, slow down, champ.
Right? Fuck. Crazy shit. So, was it just you and the boys, or were there any girls involved at your party in Tehachapi?
There was one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, the same old girl? Bacon girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you call her?
Bacon girl?
Bacon?
Yeah. Like bacon? Pig bacon? She had come down here one time for the weekend.
It was 2018. It was my 19th birthday.
And they'd come down to celebrate with him. And she got up the next morning. She was dedicated. Oh, I'm going to make breakfast for everybody. And blah, right, cool.
So none of us are up yet, and she's over there getting bacon prep or getting the breakfast ready to make it. And I hear him yelling. Like
Dude,
play yelling.
What are you doing in my kitchen?
No, dude. She was cutting the white part
The fat off the bacon.
off the bacon. I said, what are you doing?
What's he doing?
She says, oh, I was trimming the
This
bacon.
is how we cook bacon.
I said, what do you
my
mean
house.
trimming the bacon? I said, that's the best part of the... That's why you buy the bacon. What's wrong with you? She said, oh, we always cut that part off. I said, do you know that part right there is what makes the bacon expensive? Because that's the heaviest part. I said, you're cutting out all the fucking flavor.
She's skinny?
Yeah, she was a skinny little
See
girl.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, she was. Oh, well, my mom always told us, your mom don't have high cholesterol? No. Your dad got diabetes? No. I said, because you eat shit like that, you need to eat right and get you some diseases and some artery shit.
You fry your bacon in a pan?
Yeah.
Can't do it like
You
that no
bake
more,
it,
kid.
don't you?
My wife bakes it. She saw it somewhere, and it's the best, kid. You're crazy. Comes out nice and long, doesn't get all shriveled.
Well, everybody, thank you so much for listening.
Oh,
No, just
you're crazy.
really.
Try it once. Dude, I'm telling you.
I'm
it's
like
the
you, dude. I
best.
don't like trying new things.
Dude, I'm telling you. You don't like it when you go out to breakfast out somewhere and the bacon is nice and long and good?
Yeah.
You don't want your bacon to be that way?
Not at home.
Yeah, but that's what you cook it in with the plancha and it stays straight.
Yeah, but we don't have a plancha. We have
Yeah, you trying to help me? Whose team are you on? Yeah.
devil's
Look, he
advocate.
gets what he's. We don't have a plancha.
Yeah.
Dog, I'm telling you, cook it in the oven. It's so good.
Might as well get fucking microwave bacon at that point. And don't tell me you eat
How
turkey
dare
bacon.
you
No, I don't
even
eat that. No.
suggest microwave bacon?
Did we ever talk about maple bacon?
Yes,
Yes.
we understand you don't like maple bacon.
What do you?
Yeah, it's good. Tell
I
wrong
like
with you.
I like bacon dipped in maple, but I don't like maple. I'm not a fan of maple.
Or when it's on the same plate and in the vicinity of pancakes and
Yeah.
it just dribbles over onto it.
Bake your bacon next time. I'm telling you.
Fuck no.
Why?
Just because he said no.
If I'm making bacon, I want all that comes with it. The cholesterol.
Is this one of those things that he might be wrong, but he's
You're gonna dig his feet
No.
in?
he's
No,
he's
because
Doug.
that's my feelings. My
He's
feelings
Doug.
aren't wrong. My feelings are mean. You asshole.
Yeah. Besides, if you do that, where are you gonna get the grease to make the bacon, the beans?
Or the eggs.
There's still grease. It still happens. It's just that the actual frying of it, like I said, makes it curl up, and you're not gonna sit there with a plancha.
Plancha.
You're not gonna
Iron.
sit there with that, and you just put it in the oven, nice.
If
Keep
you're
it
gonna
nice.
say you're gonna do it with the plancha.
plancha.
There you go.
No, you gotta do it with the plancha.
Plancha.
The face.
You got to give it the George Lopez treatment. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I felt myself look like him when I made that
Yeah.
face, and I hated it a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
You put it, flatten it out on a baking sheet, dude. It's off the hook.
No, it's
telling
on a
you.
pan.
Give it a try. You never know.
We'll see. See if I'm feeling adventurous one day.
This is also the same girl, by the way. I'm gonna shit on her again. That makes fruit salad with carrots and sour cream. Yeah,
Sour cream.
yeah. She says it ends up being sweet, but has never made it for us because we just talk shit about it all the time.
Is it sour cream and marshmallow fluff?
Is it? You sure it's sour cream,
I don't
not
know.
cottage cheese?
Either way,
Oh yeah, I've seen that done.
Cottage
Yeah.
cheese. I mean, I don't eat it. Don't get me wrong, but I know that they put it in there.
no,
Oh, I remember.
either way.
You know what? I've eaten cottage cheese like that. They'll take cottage cheese, salt, pepper, some little bit of lemon, and some fucking tapatio and chips.
Oh, that's nasty.
It's just good, dude.
I'll tell you what. If you get lasagna and they put cottage cheese in it, they did it right. I've been years since I've had it, and I don't know what made me just think about it.
It's not cottage cheese. It's a ricotta. That's the one that's chunky like that.
Oh, okay, then it's ricotta. You sure?
Yeah. Ain't no cottage cheese in Italy. It's ricotta.
And it's not even ricotta, it's ricotta.
And in Switzerland, it's ricotta. No. All right, I think on that note, we need to shut it down.
That was a fleek moment.
Set this bitch on fire right now. Any final words, Sebastian?
No, I'm good.
Tony?
Was it today? No, it was yesterday. Ivan's birthday was yesterday. Shout out to Ivan.
Really? Oh, Ivan, happy birthday, man. I didn't know.
Our
Probably because I wasn't in the group text, but, I'm just kidding. Just fucking around, guys.
also our friend Grizz Dog.
Oh, really?
Her birthday, yeah.
Oh.
Her and Ivan actually share a birthday. She turned 50.
Can we say her?
Yeah, nobody would
What's
know.
Griselda's? We just have to say Griselda, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Griselda, happy birthday. Is she same age?
Yeah, 50.
God damn.
My wife is next month.
Really?
Marta's in a couple of months. You're in a couple of months. Manuel's a couple of months. Mojo's in a couple of months.
God damn. Bunch of old people hanging out. Be Geritol parties.
Getting there.
Fuck, there was something I was going to tell you, and now it's gone. Something I was going to tell you, and now it's gone.
Was it something you were gonna? Was it something else you were gonna shout out?
No.
No.
It had something to do with what he was talking about. Birthdays. Shit, I don't know.
Obviously, wasn't that important.
Yeah, it's gone. I don't know what it is.
And it's gone.
And it's gone. Yeah. So happy birthday, everybody that's got a birthday next couple of days.
Yeah.
And we'll be back on Friday. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Appreciate it. Thank you for downloading everything and hanging out. And we'll see you guys in a couple of days. Peace.